Shalom, shalom. All praise, glory, and honor goes to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua for giving us this truth. Coming back at y'all with another video, Brother Khan with the sincere milk. Dealing with fools, man. For the most part, dealing with fools, because when we go out there and teach, we have Jake asking us crazy questions, giving us crazy answers, dealing with the foolery of our people, man. And, we don't go out there to try to down our people. We want them to come back to this truth, man. We want them to come back to knowing that they Hebrew Israelites and keeping the commandments of the Most High God. That's our main goals when we go out there and teach, man. But then, when we try to deal with our people, they come in with foolery, folly, and madness, man. So after that, we have to just send them on their way. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 22, verse 13, and it reads, "Talk not much with a fool, and go not to him that have no understanding. Beware of him, lest thou have trouble, and thou shalt never be defiled with his fooleries. Depart from him, and thou shalt find rest, and never be disquieted with madness." Verse 14, "What is heavier than lead? And what is the name thereof but a fool?" Verse 15, "Sand and salt and a mass of iron is easier to bear than a man without understanding," man. So, yeah, you supposed to stay away from the man that have no understanding, because you're going to be a fool like unto him. This is the importance of this lesson that we putting together right now. Because we see it all the time with our people, man. Jake, what I'm saying, they be caught up in folly, madness, and entertaining. They be entertaining all manner of spirits, man. We be trying to go out there, tell them to keep the commandments, and they come with some other form of doctrine and ideology, and we can't deal with that, man. We only give Jake 3 strikes, and after that, once he strike out, we not finna keep dealing with him, man. We not finna keep dealing with him. Let me get that again. Sirach chapter 22, verse 13. "Talk not much with a fool, and go not to him that have no understanding." Right? So don't go to that man that have no understanding. It say, "Beware of him, lest thou have trouble, and thou shalt never be defiled with his fooleries." So depart from that man of the man of no understanding, man. Because for the most part, Jake have no understanding here in Babylon, bro. They still call themselves black, African American. They don't have no understanding. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 26, verse 4, and it reads, "Answer not a fool according to his folly, lest thou also be like unto him. Answer a fool according to his folly, lest he be wise in his own consent." Right? So it say, "Answer not a fool according to his folly, lest thou also be like unto him." Don't answer that man according to his folly, man. Because for the most part, yeah, when we go out there and teach, we ask, our people, "What's your nationality?" And then they never answer the question, and then they turn around and try to ask us a question like that's not how things work. When somebody asks you something, you supposed to answer it according to the book of Peter, man. When it say, "Be ready always to give an answer to every man who asks you about the knowledge," man. Or what you doing this for? Why is you in this truth? Why do you believe in God? You know what I'm saying? Why do you believe in the Most High? You're supposed to give an answer, man, an account. So now this is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 10, verse 14. Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 14, and it reads, "A fool also is full of words, A man cannot tell what shall be and what shall be after him. Who can tell him? Right? So if, a fool is full of words, man. A fool is full of words. They always want to try to break down, you know what I'm saying, try to chat, do a little chit chat with you, breaking down what comes to their mind, you know what I'm saying, without no understanding of the scriptures and no form of the spirit of the Most High, man. They always trying to break something down to you. Listen to me, just hear me out, you know what I'm saying, instead of going to the scriptures, man, because the Bible answers all our questions, man. The Bible answers all our questions. Let me read that again. Ecclesiastes chapter 10, Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 14. It say, a fool also is full of words. A man cannot tell what shall be and what shall be after him. Who can tell him? Right? So who can tell him? Brother, if you don't keep these commandments, you're going to be destroyed. Oh, no, I keep the commandments. He'll sit up there and lie to you and say, I keep the commandments. And then you ask him, you know it's 613 laws according to the Bible. You know it's 613 commandments unto the Bible. And he only thinking about the 10 commandments, right? So now let's go to the book of Psalms. The book of Psalms, chapter 14, from the top. And it reads, the fool have said in his heart, there is no God. They are corrupt. They have done abominable works. There is none that doeth good. So the same people would dare you and say that God don't even exist, man. The same people that say that they believe in the Bible, they will turn around and tell you that there is no God. And they'll try to say that they is God. You know what I'm saying? Let's read that again. Psalms chapter 14, verse 1. The fool have said in his heart, there is no God. They are corrupt. They have done abominable works. There is none that doeth good, man. So, man, our people, bro, we have to stop this way of thinking, bro, because a lot of this stuff that our people speak of is borderline blaspheming. Borderline blasphemy, man. You know what I'm saying? And the Most High is not going to continue to, you know what I'm saying, spare you, man, and spare your life, you know? So this is important for us to get this right, man, in this truth, you know? Keeping the commandments, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, man. Now is the time to come back to the Most High, because we living in the end. We living in the end time, and these prophecies are speeding up. They speeding up, man. This is the book of James, chapter 1, verse 8, and it reads, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways, man. The Bible is telling us that a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Everything that he do is backwards. First he want to do this, then he want to do this. First you want to be a Muslim, then you want to be a Hebrew Israelite, then you want to be back a Muslim, then you want to go back to the Christian church. You have to choose a side, man. Because being a Hebrew Israelite, keeping these commandments with the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the truth, man. It is the truth. Us being the Hebrew Israelites, it is the truth. Just get the book Babylon to Timbuktu, from Babylon to Timbuktu, man. You know what I'm saying? You link it up with the scriptures, you're going to find out that we are the real Jews, man. You know what I'm saying? That they lied to us. They told us a bunch of lies and stuff like that. We are the Jews that the Bible speaks of, man. You can't say that you a Jew and caught up in Islam at the same time. You can't do that. That's backwards. Let's read that again. It's the book of James, chapter 1, verse 8. It say, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. So you unstable, man. And everything you can think of is unstable. And this is in the category of a fool, man. Because for one part, you can be in this truth and then you can be caught up in another doctrine, man. Like being a Nuwabian or being a Mason, being a Kemetic. You went into the Kemetic science, you know, that's going against and it's going away from the scriptures, man. This is all we need. The Bible, the 1611 Bible with the Apocrypha is all we need, man, to sustain us. Let's get that again. This is the book of James, chapter 1, verse 8, and it reads, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways, man. So don't be like that, man. And don't be defiled with a fool. Because the Most High is coming back to destroy the wicked and the foolish, man, and the sinful. The ones that's full of folly, man, and laughter. The Most High is coming back to destroy them. So I hope this video was edifying through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. With that, I'd like to say Shalom.